Hey everybody, what's going on? This is Bishop Jonathan L. Woods Sr. here. I am so excited about right here. I know y'all know him. Everybody knows him. He's one of the most famous individuals in the whole great person. And I know that many of you that are watching us today have been following his journey. And we're here to be a part of this conversation. I serve as the lead pastor of All Nations Church in Fairfield. Shameless plug.
My church.
One of the greatest churches in the world because Jesus is there. And Daniel's been a part of my life for quite some time to see how well the people are watching today, and they're gonna want to know a lot about what has happened, and that's why we're here to unpack your experience on February the 3rd, I believe it was, when the accident happened. But as your pastor, as your bishop, you know, I kind of want to track up to that moment because if the truth be told, first of all, how you doing, Daniel? Let me ask you that first.
I'm doing great.
Good.
I'm doing. I feel brand new.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
It's indescribable.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a feeling I never felt before.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what I get from that is you're referring to not just the physical part of Daniel, but the emotional, the spiritual, the mental.
Yes, sir.
Wow, and how God can major event.
Wow.
And so I really want to just really unpack the February 3rd.
Bittersweet. Bitter. The top of 2023. For a founder, Kevin Lemons passed away January 2023. And what's crazy, he passed away one day before my birthday. And
Jesus.
It was that experience. I couldn't sleep the night before.
Yeah.
Something was just off.
Yeah.
I couldn't sleep, and I woke up. Wow. It was like, yeah. So from that point, it's been bittersweet.
How did you handle that? I really want to know because I felt you, and if I'm not mistaken, I texted you and checked on you. But literally, how did Daniel Ford handle that moment, that phone call? What did it do?
It just put me in a place of, wow.
Yeah.
It was speechless because Kevin Lemons was that guy you just didn't expect to just lose.
Yeah, full of life.
Yeah, and we would talk. He would call me, and we would cuss each other out all the time.
Yeah.
We were brothers.
Absolutely,
you know what I'm saying?
Family.
Yeah, and that's how it is with the choirs. The biggest thing I was kind of focused on, it was finna be a lot of people watching.
Man, yes.
And girl watching me, and so I'm just kind of put my feelings to a side.
Yeah.
And I did that for kind of a minute.
Yes.
And it was catching up with me as my life started progressing.
Yeah.
So I was feeling as I was going.
Yes.
You know, and sometimes it's not healthy, but that's just all I could do. Just kind of feel as I was going.
Yeah. I'm sure you were in survival mode. And just know we were all watching you. If I recall, they had a memorial concert for Kevin Lemons, which was amazing, consisted of an array of artists. Kirk Franklin showed up, which really spoke volumes to the caliber man that he was. I saw you on there. I saw Fred Jones. Shout out to another spiritual son, Dr. Fred Jones, my boy. And you know, my heart was heavy for you guys because I've lost close people, and I know what that's like. You're functioning, and when it is that close person was such an influential figure, you're 9 times out of 10 called upon to function, but not really getting really able to grieve like others. So Kevin Lemon dies the beginning of the year, totally unexpected.
Yes, and if I can be very transparent, I was, you know what I'm saying? So being transparent, I was like, man, that's gone.
Yeah.
Like, that was 5, 6, 7 years of my life.
Yeah.
But you know, before he died, and it's like, wow. wow. So what's next? So I started getting calls to do recording.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, it's bittersweet.
Right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? I ain't
New doors, new
yeah,
opportunities.
New opportunities. So
Yeah.
then things just kind of start getting more weird. Losing friends.
Oh, let's talk about that.
Yeah, losing
That you're comfortable with talking about.
Yeah. Just losing people that I've been associated with and that's been with me and my personality, my sound.
Yeah.
Yeah. On a musical and just on a friend level.
Absolutely.
Physical attacks.
I heard about a situation that
Yeah,
happened.
physical attacks, stuff like that, and but at the same time, my circle that was around me, I felt just so safe. And
Yes.
it was a peace that, although I'm grieving, although I'm going through all these things,
Yeah.
I was like, it's just bittersweet.
Right.
Bittersweet.
So all of this stuff is happening to you, Daniel, and this is what I've known as your pastor down through the years. I've watched you. You are one of those rare breeds in that your energy, that's a big terminology today, so I'll use that. Your energy is pretty consistent. And the unfortunate part about that is oftentimes people with consistent energy can be in a dark place. And because you can't read it on their face, you can totally miss a moment to build them. They can be taken for granted. Let's hear, what was going on within. Because you were smiling. You were still the same Daniel. Your same energy, pop in, squared up shoulders, kill the organ, wreck the church, smiling, speaking to everybody. How were you doing in that moment?
If I can add a piece to that moment, 2023, October 2023 was...
It's all right. It's all right.
At the top of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I said I did the recording, I did stuff, I'm functioning. I gotta feel it.
Yes.
10 years, and still I'm still going through grief in the top of the year. So it was a lot.
Yeah.
So I was just, and because I want to make sure I'm landing. It was good days. Sometimes it was, man, that you got to fight through it.
Yes.
Yes. So.
Did you ever feel like this is unfair? Musician, right?
Yes.
If I'm not mistaken. So
My dad was everything.
Yeah.
And I think I'm coming into the realization of that. My dad he just wasn't a musician.
Right.
He baked cakes. He was known for a lot of things.
Yeah.
And he was just dear to me. Mm-hmm. Taught me how to iron a shirt. Taught me how to cut grass. Yeah. It wasn't about the music with him.
Yeah.
He wanted me to do music, but at the end of the day, he wanted to just instill me of just bringing me up as a man.
Man, yeah. Did you have moments though during the loss of Kevin, the loss of friends, the attack that you went through? Did you ever have moments where you was like, man, I need my dad?
Oh yeah. Yeah. That was during the pandemic.
Yeah, man.
It's just certain things.
The worst time in the world for everyone.
Yeah, it was like I wonder what my dad would be doing this, how we would, because we had such a chemistry, we had such a bond.
Yeah.
It's like, I wonder what my dad would be, or how my dad would help me through this, or
Absolutely.
What would he say? What would he? And my sister all the time, I'm kind of my daddy. Low key kind of my daddy. So,
Yeah, I kind of get that vibe. I never met your dad, but I just kind of feel like we're all getting to know him vicariously through you. It's just something there that I discern. So, Daddy's gone. Now Kevin is like a father/family brother. Okay, so more of a brotherly figure, right?
Mm-hmm. Big brother.
Yeah. And honestly, there are a lot of people in this world that do not experience a significant loss until they're well within their 30s or their 40s. And here you are, God is entrusting you with significant loss early in the genesis of your life, if you will, and the genesis of your acquiescence to your purpose. So you're acclimating yourself to manhood. You're dealing with life's ups and downs. I'm sure you're making your own mistakes and navigating that as well. And then boom, 2024 hits. And I just want to go ahead and unpack that, because what happened to you in February of 2024, anyone that has walked with you and known you, I'm quite sure that they couldn't really help but think about your dad, think about Kevin, think about all those little pressure points in your life. And then this big thing happens on February. Let's unpack what happened that day. Talk to us, Daniel.
Okay, so this, because a lot of people they said I was coming from Georgia.
Let's set the record straight.
They were saying that the doctor said I would never walk again, which wasn't true.
Wow.
The doctors didn't say that.
Wow.
It was just a tedious. I had been somewhere well. I had a gig earlier, and then I think I had another event later on that night. Mm-hmm. And y'all know how musicians once the night over, I got to eat.
Yeah.
I find something to eat. So
yeah.
Went to a spot I like to go to that stay open late. Grabbed me something to eat. Got in the car. Jetted to my house, get home, had a funeral in the morning, and this is maybe 3-4 o'clock in the morning. Mm. You know, wow. Jet home to the house, and it's a car.
I've lived that life, so I know.
It's a car on the left shoulder of the freeway, and it's hanging out in the fast lane. So it was one of the things where, like, I didn't see it. It was dark. I didn't see it.
It just came up on you all of a sudden.
I got up on it, and boom, they said my car flipped between 10 and 15 times.
Wow.
Flipped, and I could feel it. I could feel it. And then when it was all over, it's me like, whew, 2 other cars hit me while my car was flipping.
Man.
And I could feel all of it. But in that moment, I'm like, when it was all over, I was like, whew. I tried to unbuckle my seatbelt. I couldn't get it unbuckled. So I think I just blacked out at that moment. And I remember waking up in ICU. I don't remember them rushing me in the ambulance. I don't remember none of that. I remember waking up in ICU, and a friend of mine who works in the emergency department, she was the first person I opened my eyes to.
Wow. That's a sign right there.
And I said, favor. I said, whoa. She said, she just tears in her eyes. She said, I saw your name in the system, and I had to come find you. And from that point forward, it's me telling her, like, hey, call my sister, 205. I'm saying, I'm giving my sister number. Hey, somebody get my sister on the line. Call such and such. Call such and such.
At that time, were you feeling any pain?
I was just there.
You was in shock. I
didn't feel nothing. It's me I'm just laying here.
Wow.
I can see, I can talk. I can remember.
Yeah.
I can think. My body was so swole. I just had to lay there. So the police came in, got my statement, and the nurses was in and out. Doctors coming in. Doctor came in. He said, "Buddy, you're gonna have to have surgery."
Wow.
Said, as a matter of fact, you're gonna have to have 2 surgeries. Mm. So, me in that moment, hey, let's do it. I can't feel that right now. So, hey, whatever we got to do to get me going, let's do it.
How was your faith in that moment?
It was strong.
Wow.
It was strong because I felt it was nobody but God.
Yeah. So you being alive, period, was enough for you to know.
Yeah, like I'm good.
Yeah. Wow.
I was just laying there, you know, doctors, they was in and out and stuff. So they finally got a hold to my sister.
Yeah.
And of course all my mom, all my other family. From that point forward, I was surrounded. Even my nurses. Now it was when it started out, it was a little rough.
Yeah.
But all of my nurses, weekend nurses, were so amazing.
Yeah.
So caring. So it was wow.
Wow.
It's a little emotional for me.
Yeah, yeah. And to 15 times just to know that you experienced that.
Yeah.
You know, someone that I feel in my personal estimation should never go through something like that. And you made reference to Diamond, your sister.
Yes.
She's here today.
Yes.
In the recording. I guess y'all figured that out by now.
I'm gonna do a shout out real. Can I say this? Take a pause.
Absolutely.
We are in K-Shanae.
Yeah.
This just opened up in Homewood. It used to be the old Sneaky Pete's. My boy Brandon Hicks is doing an amazing job. When you walk in, you smell like you walking in grandma's house.
Yes, sir. Good cooking have a smell, y'all. And it's got that smell up in here.
Listen, he is open. Is it Monday or you start Tuesday through Friday from 10:30 to 4. Y'all come through the week, get off, take a lunch break, come on at them. Sundays be whamming. So y'all need to come during the week, get your good lunch, tell your coworkers. We at K-Shanae in Homewoods. I want to shout out my boy Brandon, but my sister. Oh my God! When my sister got to the hospital, it was like nothing else mattered to her but just me.
Man.
And I'm watching her like she only care about work right now.
Yeah.
You know, it's
absolutely.
She's everything just stopped for her, and and she's sitting here now. I appreciate my sister, like, for real. Like, she was my second mama.
Let me ask you this, and I'm so glad you're talking about Diamond, because she is amazing. She is one of my favorite people, by the way. And she literally was holding it down at that hospital when I went up there. And Diamond was making sure that we were updated on Daniel's condition, and she protected him. And it's good to have that, because I know for a fact that there are a lot of people that would not have even been able to rely on that. Some transparency today. And I want you guys to hear this transparency, because in life, sometimes we invest so much into certain people. But those same people that we break our necks for, when our necks are broken, we cannot rely on them. I really want you to talk about it, and I know your heart's healed, and I know you're free, and you're not holding anything against anyone. But I want the transparency, because, y'all, we got to do better about relationships.
Yes.
We got to do better about the people we say we love, and oftentimes we're just using them when we're not really being who we need to be in their lives. I want to talk about, what did you find out about people going through this situation?
If I can be very honest, because I was going through.
It's all right.
My close friends was going through at the same time.
Wow.
So, but this is being honest. It's people that I'm so connected to. They gonna do stuff too. So I don't ever want to be the friend. I came up with this, you can show up, but sometimes you ain't always be present.
Wow.
And that's just life. That's
that's huge.
I can show up for you. Just know I'm here. I may not be present. My emotions. I may have attitude, or my spirit may be down, but just know I showed up.
Yes.
And we have a lack of just people they can't even show up. I ain't even asking you to just be present. Just show up. You know what I'm saying? So it's the people that I was watching them go through things, but they still show up for me.
Yes.
Even in their own stuff they got going on, that meant the world to me.
Yes.
What I say, that meant the world to me.
Yes.
Because, like you said, people don't have to. People they have the choice to be selfish. It's not right, but
right.
They had the choice to be selfish.
Yeah.
And just the fact that somebody just showed up for me just meant the world to me. It could have been somebody just came for 2 minutes just to stay and by. Yes. I wanted, I really wanted visitors.
Yes.
I really wanted to appreciate it.
Is there any visitor that you was really, really hoping that showed up, and they showed up for you, and it just made your whole stay at the hospital worth it?
It was a lot of it.
It was so many. Yeah, yeah.
And I can kind of start doing a few shout outs kind of in this.
Go ahead if you want to.
We just kind of off the cuff.
Yeah.
But people that was like, my pastor was there, my pastor and co-pastor, the church, all nations.
Man.
You know, Pastor Mo.
Shout out. ANC.
Pastor Mo, Elder Harris, like the Jackson, Gloria Jackson.
Gloria Jackson. She's our director of care at that time.
That just proves what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They were going through what they were going through.
Yeah.
But they still showed up for me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That says a lot to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they going through what they was going through. But yeah, I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
But all nations, the church that I'm employed at, New Hope.
Man.
Oh my God.
Shout out to
Dr. Gregory L. Clark.
Yes.
And First Lady. They
a great man of God.
Yes. First Lady, she came and brought food.
Wow.
And just people were just so like, and I'm gonna say it now. If we have to cut it out, if I might get in trouble for it.
No.
I appreciate New Hope for still taking care of me.
Yes.
They took care of me for 4 months.
Wow.
And when I say take care of me, they was still paying me. Churches, and I'm telling you, churches,
now we got to pause right there.
Churches don't do that. I'm not gonna say churches don't do that, but
it's true.
It's rare.
Yeah.
They were still, and I only been there for 2 years. I'm new. I'm fresh. You know, these people really don't know. They don't really know I mean, they know of me.
For 4 months,
I've never missed a check from New Hope. Never.
Shout out to Dr.
Shout out to New Hope.
New Hope staff, family. You guys rock, and you guys really you guys are showing all of us what ministry is all about.
Yes.
That's amazing. Mm-hmm. And I really want to say this. I think that this experience, transparently speaking, showed you that you're a pretty good guy.
You know, I humble has always been my thing.
Yeah.
But you know, people, they just you're a good guy. Somebody died that he knew he making some food. He taking the cake. He doing something for him, and that's what me and my sister grew up on.
Yes.
Like even my mom still does it to this day. She's not as mobile right now, but it could be her sister, somebody's birthday, and she's finding a way to make sure that person feels that I love you or I care for you. So yeah,
the Ford family rocks.
Yeah. So
all right, they are amazing, and you know when I wanna shift gears just a bit.
Okay.
When I came to that hospital and I saw you, it took everything in me to hold myself together. When I left out of there, I cried. Wow. I saw a man that was down. I saw a man that had been through a catastrophic situation that could have killed you. We could have easily been identifying your body. Yeah. But what I heard out of your mouth, through the tears, through everything, was a man that says, when I get out of here, I'm going to give the devil hell. Yeah. Let's talk about that. Where is Daniel Ford now? You know, mentally, spiritually, what did this incident do to you from an inside perspective? What did you get out of it?
Patience. Patience.
Yeah.
Because I knew it was coming. It was just like, my uncle came to my house, and he shared his testimony with me, and this stuck with me, and it's gonna stick with me forever. He told me that the quickest way to his healing was embracing the suffering.
Woo! You got to say that again. That's a bar.
He said the quickest way to his healing was embracing the suffering.
Dude.
And when he told me that, from that point forward, my sister would come in and just remind me, embrace the suffering. Because there were times where I was like, I want to get up because I couldn't walk. Yeah. They were using a Hoyer lift to lift me out the bed, to either put me in the wheelchair or, I couldn't use the bathroom on my own. Like I felt like I was just blowing down the phone up in the middle of the night because I didn't drink so much water all day.
Yeah.
And it's down, and I gotta use waking her up in the middle of the night.
All of a sudden you can't walk and
I'm literally depending on. I can't bathe myself because I had a brace. I had a pelvic brace. Doctor's appointment I had for them to determine whether they was when they was going to take it out was the surgery date for them to take it out. So
Jesus,
everything was moving just so
rapidly,
so quickly, and it's me and trying to embrace that suffering because I'm trying to get here, watching people still living their lives, and I'm just like, it's coming. I got to embrace the suffering. There were times I just break down and cry. I don't even know what I'm crying about.
Did you have any moments where you wanted to give up?
No, because I was so focused on getting back. Giving up just wasn't an option.
Wow.
Because I knew it had to be something else for me.
Listen, y'all, I'm messed up in the embracing the suffering part.
Yeah.
Like, all of us are in processes right now in our lives where there's some sick areas, and they remaining sick because the healing is going to cost us. It's going to cost us some comfort. It's going to cost us some ease. We're going to have to embrace the suffering in order to get to the healing. And we're looking at an example of what that looks like, because you're talking about the healing process. Now, if I'm not mistaken,
I was in surgery for 5.5 hours. Wow. One of my surgeries was 5.5 hours.
Ooh, God.
And they was the doctors was in and out just so another shout out I'm just throwing shout outs here and there.
Good, man.
Because so many people just I'm gonna give two real quick, and we're gonna get back to the we're gonna get back to that. Just hold just remind.
It's your show today, Doc. This is your show.
Shout out to the Morgan family. The Morgan family that's just my family. I can use the connection. Everybody know my bro Mike Mays, which I've been rocking with Mike since
my boy.
Man, Mike, I've been rocking with him for years.
Yes.
He was there when my dad died. Wow. He was so present. When I say he was so present when my dad died, and ever since then, our relationship just grew, and I started playing for him, and Tony Gang. Yeah. Big bro. Oh my God. Those two.
Great brothers. Even my boy Brandon Hicks. Yeah. But yeah, so all musicians, by the way. Because folks be trying to trash musicians. Most pastors that I know were formerly musicians. So I just wanted to do that shameless plug, because these guys don't just sing, they don't just perform. They actually go to bat for each other. Yes. And that's huge.
Yes. That's our just chemistry. That's our dynamic. So shout out to Mike for hosting the collab, the concert. That was when, and I saw it. I just went to crying, because people don't have to. And my bro Mike been going through. And he just got the victory for what he been going through.
Thank you, Lord.
He just came out. But anyway, I just want to put that in there.
Man.
Just so the people whatever they was going through, but still showing up for me. That meant a lot to me. So the Morgan family, Mike has a kid which is I love dearly, named Max. Yeah. Max mom is Moya Morgan. Yeah. Her mom is Catherine Morgan. Okay. And they have a sister. Oh my God, they were amazing. They was taking stress off of Diamond. Yeah. They was taking whatever they could do. When I got home, and let's go back. But shout out to the Morgan and all Mike, Tony, all y'all. I love y'all. Yeah. Thank y'all so much. Yes. So I went home February 19th. Okay. They released me. I was in ICU for about a week and a half. Then they moved me to a regular room. Gotcha. Because my progress was kind of picking up in ICU. They was like, we gonna get ready to get you to a God factor. Yeah. So February 19th, I was in from February 3rd to February 19th, and I left the hospital February 19th. I went to my mom's house. They had it laid out for me. I had to, get equipment and stuff to, have. But, like, the Morgan family, Mama Kay, she went to Sam's, and when I say she loaded up, just juice, just water, just nothing I had to worry about, nothing my sister had to worry about. That's just that genuine love, just that genuine care. Yes. You know what I'm saying? So, when I got home, it's like everything was just flowing the way it needed to. And they were saying, okay, it's gonna take another about 6 weeks, or another 4 or 6 weeks before we can, think about taking the brace out. I went to the doctor on the day I was supposed to. Oh, I went early, and they looked at my X-rays and they said, "It's looking good."
They said it's looking good,
and it's like, this is not normal. Like you fractured your pelvic.
Yes.
Like, this is serious.
Yes.
So I end up getting the brace removed maybe like a week or two before it was actually supposed to be removed.
Come on, man. Come on.
Got it removed. Once I got it removed, because I couldn't really sleep how I wanted to.
Yes.
That was kind of weighing on me a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't really just be in kind of one position. Really couldn't turn. I sleep on my stomach. So I'm a wild sleeper.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
So, I was so uncomfortable. Yeah. And when that brace got off, from there, it was like, but they still said, we don't want you to walk just yet. They said, the doctors told me even 8 more weeks before you walk, once I got it out. I said, 8 more weeks? Wow. So I'm like, all right, 2 more months. We just had to wait it out. I told my sister, we just had to wait it out. One Sunday, I went to All Nations. I went to 9. I went to New Hope at 10. I travel. I go to everybody church. Listen, I'm telling you, after service, I like to see what, what they seen today. Or what was the topic? Or,
absolutely.
That's another conversation for today. But anyway, I went to everybody church and I took a nap, and I woke up. I said, Diamond, I'm bored. I just need something to do. Diamond said, come on, let's get up. I said, well, no, the doctor said. She said, come on, let's try it. I got up.
Come on.
When I stood up, I said, wow. Everything looked like I felt taller. I'm looking around and I'm like, ooh, wow.
Right.
So,
because by this time it's been how many weeks since you've walked?
Since February 3rd.
Jesus.
Or February 2nd.
Wow.
Now, I have not stood up. I have not bare weight. So I got up. I started walking. We had my grandma's old walker at the house, so I walked around the whole house. And from that point forward, I even I went back to the doctor. They checked on me. They said, get the outpatient therapy. You ready for outpatient therapy? So I started outpatient therapy. Once I got in, my first visit, it was like a consultation type, and I was like, yeah, you won't be in here long. I went from 3 days. They moved into 2 days. Progress. Embracing the suffering.
Come on. Quick, y'all getting this revelation?
Quickest way to your healing.
I'm taking this with me.
When I got the brace out, everything just started aligning. When I say I didn't miss a beat.
Jesus.
I didn't miss a beat. I had people sewing. I had people... Shout out to, of course, All Nations, New Hope, the collab.
Yeah.
St. John's Heart, Miss Carla.
Awesome.
I grew up with them. That's my Powderly family. They looked out. Dr. Prince Elder.
Yeah.
He was just sending cash out.
Yes, another great musician in our city.
Yeah,
and artist.
And so many churches. Pastor Darrell Warren. So many pastors came in.
But Daniel, this is a testament of who
Pastor Q.E. Hammonds. Longest church that I've been in.
Really? Yeah.
Dr. Hammonds.
Because when I met you were at Dr. Hammonds.
Yeah, that was that. So I have so much love and respect.
And you were so loyal to Dr. Hammonds.
Oh yeah, that was my. He was loyal to me.
Yeah.
Dr. Hammonds was so loyal to me.
Just a good man, a great leader in our city. And, you know, I wanted to just pin in because I can tell you guys, Daniel is very busy, but he doesn't hardly miss any of my birthdays. He's gonna sow not little money. He sows a good seed every year into whatever the church is doing for me. Daniel don't miss it. And this is a good opportunity for people to see the principle of sowing and reaping, because harvest comes when you need it. It comes when you need it. And I think even the way God showered you with all these blessings, it really took the pain away, not just from the accident, but from the corresponding events leading up to, because you could have easily felt like, man, life is just terrible right now. It's life and man, this junk sucks.
Just the space I was in.
Yeah.
I was just trying to just, it never took that like easily. I just get some glasses or just, it was people were looking at me just like, oh, is that that?
Awesome. Wait, y'all. We got to pray for him. He looks like somebody's bishop around here.
Oh my God.
But man, when I tell you, I want them to hear from you how you're doing. What repercussions do you have? Any persisting issues from the accident? How you feeling?
To be honest, pain wasn't a big issue. I went in a lot of, like, it wasn't just a intolerable pain.
Got you.
I was real calm and just cool. It just wasn't a lot of pain. It was like, you ain't got to give me pain medicine. I'm good.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But that therapy really helped.
Yes.
And I don't really, now when I wake up in the morning, it's a little stiffness, but other than that, I feel amazing.
Now, Daniel, we talked about some things, and I know our time is coming to a close, but we talked about some things in the hospital regarding, I think you know where I'm going with this, regarding what God's going to do next in your life. Because I'm telling you, when I came to the hospital, what I saw, if I could put it properly, articulated the way I'm seeing it, it's like a spiritual awakening had taken place in you through that incident. So where are you now spiritually? What are you believing God for? What are you expecting God to do through Daniel for on the other side of this accident?
So I'll plug this. Before the accident, a lot of people didn't know this. Before the accident, I was taking a class at Birmingham Masonian Bible College.
Did y'all hear that? That's seminary, ladies and gentlemen, not music school. So that's for preachers. Preachers, not musicians. Carry on, sir.
He just let it. So I just, of course, everybody said, yeah, you're a preacher. Even you told me, it's a priesthood on me. And it's me like, okay, you know, everybody say, oh, you look like a bishop. Or you just, you just got it on you. And I'm like, what is it, what I'm supposed to do?
Right. You know. And I like how you handled that because, you know, people can't make a preacher out of you.
No.
You know.
And I'm not the type of guy, I don't care if you hype me up to be one. If that ain't what I'm supposed to do.
I know that about you.
Because there's some preachers out here that ain't called.
Yeah.
You know?
And wait a minute.
I'm just saying.
Did y'all hear that? Some was sent and others went, right?
Huh?
And you know, I know this about Daniel. Let me just tell y'all, for him to even be having this conversation, it's got to be God, because even when I would tell Daniel, the priesthood is on you, he'll skate right by, he'll smile, say, oh, yeah. He ain't that guy. You're not going to hype him up to be no preacher. But what is God saying?
You know, I'm working on just finally accepting that calling, and shifting it to, cause I was the gigging musician. I was gigging. You know, they was flying me out.
Excuse me.
To do recordings and you know.
Yeah, I would be watching services. It could be as far as DC in the DMV.
You know, I was just
like, is that Daniel on the organ?
Just traveling, but I think that season coming to a close, and I'm shifting into a more. So, yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and make the announcement. Outside of just the whole accepting the calling, I'm starting piano lessons. Y'all been asking.
Drum roll.
Y'all been asking when you start lessons. When can my child learn? I'm starting piano lessons, and I'm starting July 10th.
Wow.
Yeah, I've been kind of working. I got a team. We working out the kinks or whatever. So, it's a lot of in the musician church world. Another conversation is always kind of, it's not a lot of musicians because we're not training the young and coming up, or people that wants to learn or wants to. There's no connection. I feel like I can make a connection to people if this is something serious that they want to do, and that's just kind of been heavy on me.
That's
even not just people that don't know how to play, but people that plays just want to take their, even praise and worship leaders that want to learn theory and want to know what key you singing in, or want to know like how to count or like rhythm, or
y'all better hear this.
You know what I'm saying? Like that vein. So
man, God has. I've been fighting back tears the whole time. I can't wait till this is over. When I get in my car, I'm gonna cry like the dude on Friday. He gonna cry when he get in the car. But man, they say that when a man or a woman discovers the reason why God placed them on the earth, they focus more on what they contribute than what they can consume. And this is telling me that during that time that you were down, God dealt with you more about your purpose than your gift.
yes.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, I don't think, well, let me just put it like this. This is weighty, what he just said. The Daniel Ford, who is one of the greatest musicians, I'm not just saying it because he's here. He's one of the greatest musicians in the nation. He's saying, I'm ready now to contribute to others what God freely gave to me. And I want to...
That's limited slots, very limited slots. So it'll be information. You'll see, you'll have a link, lunch on the website and all that good stuff where you can, it'll be easy for you to sign up and we can go from there. But before we end, I want to, for far as that shifting mode, Bishop Neil Ellis said something that stuck out to me.
Yeah.
Because he was transitioning from, he already retired from pastoring.
Yeah.
And he was saying when he retired from pastoring and months started to go by, and somebody asked him, do you miss pastoring? He was like, no. Because that season was up. He said, how can you miss something? How can you miss something? And
that's so good.
He said, how I know it was time for my shift is when I didn't miss what I was doing. When I was laying in that bed, right now, it's only certain people that get me out to come play. But as of right now, it's just, I think I had my time with just going and playing here, collecting the check here, collecting money here. It was, it was
good while it lasted.
It was, yeah. So I'm shifting into that season. Now, I'm not gonna stop playing. Now, I'm gonna always play. Now, that's just gonna be my thing. But that was my focus for a long time. Everybody knew me for the musician, the organist, the killing. You know what I'm saying? And
concerts, recordings.
Oh yeah.
Conferences.
Y'all came to Perfect Note. Now I ain't, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna stop, but I'm just shifting my focus.
The gigging image.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you. How old are you, Dave?
27.
27. Do you not realize that you're coming into a grace and a level of maturity that many, many individuals do not even tap into until they're well within their 40s or their 50s? You're getting into a place now to where you're understanding the why, not just the what. And you're not caught up on the image and what it looks like to people anymore. God has done. I'm really proud of you, and I'm excited about what the future looks like for Daniel Ford.
Bishop, before we close, I just want to thank you. Because I know you probably late to your meeting. But I thank you for this for this time. And my sister, we talked about it. She said, you should do an interview. She said, who you gonna get it? I said, my bishop.
Wow.
My pastor. Yeah, so I appreciate it. I really appreciate this.
When you asked me to do it, it blessed me and humbled me because I was more touched by your process than you'll ever know. But thank you for letting me be a part of the guy. This guy is a gift on so many levels. I want to leave today by just hearing some final words share with people, because I remember when I went to see you, you said, tell Chris, Jay Taylor, tell all of them, don't take their gifts for granted. I remember that you were preaching. and I communicate with those guys, and shout out to Chris.
Yes, my little brothers. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. But
yeah,
I want to hear from you, Daniel. What do you want to leave with the people today?
Till you're healing or whatever you're trying to achieve or accomplish, just embrace the suffering. And I was like, don't take whatever it is that you do for granted, because it was Sundays where I'm watching my brother, Mike Meggs, who's the minister of music in New Hope, the church I serve. I'm watching him and I'm like, man, I just want to beat up with my brother. But I couldn't. So it's me just crying like, and they killing. They going forward. I'm like, man, I want to be a part. You know,
Yeah.
I want to play. So don't take your gift. Whatever God has, go for it.
Yes.
Go for it. I'm sitting in a restaurant of a guy that started selling plates out of his car.
Yeah.
And look what God has done.
Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out again to K-Chanel. Y'all make sure y'all get down here.
Yeah.
Get down here, please.
Get down here. Get down here, folks. They got oxtails on the menu.
Yeah.
Y'all we don't play about no oxtails. You ain't black if you don't like oxtail.
But yeah, that's all. Embrace the suffering, and also I want to leave. As I said earlier, if all you got is to show up at the moment, just show up. Even if you're not present, it's okay. It's okay. But just people need more people to just show up, regardless of the situation, regardless of what's going on. Just show up. Just be there.
That hit me earlier when you said that, guys, and that. And I told someone today, there's a difference between being friendly and being relational.
Ooh.
It's time for us now to stop hiding behind text messages. Stop hiding behind DMs on social media to say that we're friends and family. It's time for us to show up for each other. Our tangible presence matter. In theological terms, it's called the ministry of presence. Daniel, we love you. We thank God for you. I want to thank Jesus for sparing your life, because that collab concert could have been a memorial concert.
Yes.
But God, and you're showing us how to handle this measure of grace by contributing to others, sharing your testimony.
Absolutely.
And,
Absolutely. I started at WDM.
WDM, come on. Come on, join the church on a Wednesday night after service in my office.
Yes.
I'll never forget it.
Yes.
God did that, man. So keep going. I love you.
I'm gonna play a little song for y'all at the end.
I think I'm gonna sign up myself. I'm gonna sign up. I need to dust these old hands off.
He don't need it.
See, can I get?
He's getting ready to preach for the nations at the Full Gospel Conference. He's opening up the conference.
Pray for me. Pray for me.
Yeah, you got to focus on that now. You got the plan down pat. You got it.
And let's keep Daniel in our prayers, and as we continue to pray for all of you. Until then, God bless. Have a great day. Peace.
That was good.
Yeah.
Man, I ain't mean to run you over time. I want to thank everyone has meant the world to me, because you could be doing anything else tonight, and I want to say thank you for tuning in. I want to give some official thank yous. I left some people out in my interview, so I had to come, and I don't want anybody to think I'm being funny and nothing like that, but I want to do some official thank yous. Start back with my sister and my mom, who took care of me throughout this whole process. Thank y'all. I love y'all from the bottom of my heart. Y'all already know what it is. to the Perry family, my aunties, we call them Miss Perry, Auntie Debbie, Uncle Fox, Uncle Tyrone, my Uncle Carl. That's my favorite uncle, y'all. The brotherhood, my brothers, Tony, Tony Gaines, Brandon Hicks. Shout out to K Shanae. Make sure y'all get to K Shanae. My brother Mike Mays, that's my dog. Jeremy, Justin, Ryan, Corey, Fred Jones, all those guys. They helped get stuff moved and get me settled in when I got out the hospital, and I appreciate those guys. The sisterhood, Sherry Brown, my girl, Jasmine and Niecy, the Shugs. Shout out to the Shugs, Jaquito, Chris Black, Auntie Thomasine, and my Auntie Glennie. Thank y'all. I love y'all from the bottom of my heart. My church families, the New Hope Baptist Church, Dr. Gregory Clark, New Hope Mass Choir. Y'all know I love y'all. St. John's Heart, who's very dear to me. I love y'all so much. All Nations, my church family. Pastor Darrell Warren in the New St. James. Apostle Shimon Webster and the Tower Prayer Church. Thank y'all so much. And different pastors like Pastor Lawrence Jackson, Pastor Dennis Brown, all those guys just came and prayed with me and sent money and just took care of me spiritually, and I appreciate that. Me from Atlanta, and I appreciate that. Y'all were a blessing to me, and I really appreciate it. My dog Devontae Davis. He came down and sat with me for a few hours. He's from Atlanta, and we've been boys for maybe 10 years now, since I moved to Atlanta, and I just reconnected with him this past week, and that's my guy, and I want to shout him out for coming down, spending time with his boy. Love you, my dog. And to all of those who sold, did Cash Apps, did Apple Pay, Venmo, the collab concert, all that good stuff. I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. And I hope you're ready for what's next. Love y'all. one.